I think I'm back. Yeah, okay, so it just took out my main system. This booted and this went down. I don't know if that's actually connected, but that's what happened. Right as this started to come up, this one went down, so... Nothing else powered off, so it's probably just my terribly unstable daily system is being terribly unstable because somebody never bothered to properly stress test it. And just figured, well, it hasn't crashed so far, so it must be stable. So, yeah, that's great, isn't it? I don't know why anybody listens to my overclocking advice when my daily, like my main system goes down on freaking streams. Now, like the color is wrong on all the webcams, so this is just great. Precision. K-boost is engaged, yes. Why is this laggy? Yeah, we're gonna... What? Why is it not... Yeah, that's what I want to run. So we're gonna run 2404, and I bumped up the memory because I think we're probably starting to get memory bottlenecked anyway, so hopefully like slightly dropping the core speed and bumping up the memory clock will score better. I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm not gonna fix the... Well, I'll try fix the webcam, but... Let's see. Properties, configure video. Wouldn't it be so nice if stuff was just set up and stayed set up? Okay, wait, what's wrong? Okay, exposure on auto, no. Autofocus, yes. There we go. Yeah, that's starting to blow out at that point. White balance, it's on auto, that's not where it's supposed to be. Still running on my end. That's funny. This is orange in real life, and it's red on the camera, so... And so are the tubes, actually. Like, there's a lot of orange stuff in that shot that's either red or yellow. So, I don't know what the hell is up with that. Yeah, it's blown out. It doesn't work. Wait, did this move? No, that's fine. Oh, Twitch chat's gone. And... any luck? Bam! Chat's back. I don't know, my monitor might be calibrated wrong. Like, the tubing is orange, but that's red. Or at least my definition of red might be a bit, like, broad. Then again, I tend to also call things that, like, people have called yellow orange. So I guess, like, My color my color scale is shifted towards red. Okay, so what color is this? That's yellow or orange? Because to me, that looks yellow. And this is an orange sticky note, and that also looks yellow. And that's an orange sticky note, and that looks like really yellow on the video, so. I think that might have been the best one yet. Oh, so close! So damn close! Yeah, orange pipes. Pipes are orange, the pot's bright red. That's exactly what I see on my end. So somebody, it's not me being Kyle O'Brien, it's the freaking cameras. Okay, but this needs to go faster. So I'll save this because this is pretty solid. Am I even on the right system info? Wait, that's system info 4. That's an old sysinfo, isn't it? I'm screwed. You gotta be kidding me. I'm supposed to be on 5.1.2. I mean 5.12. Lovely, great, awesome. Well, I'll save it anyway. Because I'm pretty sure I can upload it and it probably will go through. And I'll update it right now, and then, because I need to bump up the CPU speed anyway, so I want to break 30K. So, 1080 Ti FS1. Save. Well, this is not hardware bought legal, so I don't need to bother. I do believe I have the latest system info, though, so... utilities. Yeah, 512. Are these both? No, they're not both empty. Just one of them. And you know what? Let's stop burning LN2 at idle. It's just dumb. Did it finish? Finish. There, and now we're hardware bought legal. Great. I'm gonna go and bump the CPU. Restart. It's not hardware bought legal because there's like a whole bunch of stuff you can do that's not like that. Like there's a whole bunch of cheats that you can do that you can't do if you have the latest version because they got patched out. Or something like that. They just require the latest system info for all submissions. Stupid board, I want to go in the BIOS! I'm so happy that I put the voltage switch into the high voltage on-off switch. That at least it works that well, considering that it's not implemented properly. No, actually that should pass. I shouldn't need to do anything more than that. I don't have any dice. So it's not like I can cool down the CPU. It should be getting just over 35k at 4.9 gigahertz for physics score. It should bump up combined as well. That launch? Okay, that launched. Oh, you're turning off. I actually don't need this one, now that I come to think of it. Like, give the memory a bit. Because honestly, I can tell when it's going empty, but based on the sound, more so than the actual temperature. And the thing about Firestrike is you should always run it twice because it tends to score better the more times you run. Like, it doesn't tend to score best on its first pass. Come on, Junk, you can do it! You can do it, Junk, I believe in you! You know what's crazy to think? That VRM is passing 700 watts into the GPU core for most of this test, probably. Like, at least that's roughly how much it was pulling when I still had the current monitoring hooked up. The graphical artifacts, that's the 1080 Ti. Nah, that's not the capture card. If it drops out completely, that's the capture card. But the graphical artifacts, that's the GPU, because I see them as well. Yeah, okay, these artifacts we're seeing right now, this is memory stability. What you're seeing, like the flickering everywhere, that's memory. Yeah, okay, it's running good. It's running really, really good. We should be good. We're seeing like over 120 FPS. This should be perfect. This should be like 35.5K. Um, 144 hertz screens score better in some benchmarks. And in fact, I think some world records were like done on 240 hertz screens, just because there's a couple benchmarks which are really weird and they respond to monitor frequency, which is just like, and they're old benchmarks. All of them are old benchmarks, like 3D Mark 03. And combined is running like trash. Why do you do this to me, combined? Why can't you just run good? What's your freaking problem? Yeah. See? 35,000 500 almost on physics, and combined just dragging itself through the freaking dirt because it hates me. Well, I hate you too. This is why 3D Mark Vantage is best 3D Mark. Actually, no, TimeSpy also doesn't have a combined test. The problem with TimeSpy is that TimeSpy is heavy as hell. Like, that physics test uses AVX, so it runs hot. It runs really, really hot. It runs like 100 or 200 megahertz worse than all of the, actually Vantage is similar. Like Vantage, without liquid metal, I need to run Vantage at like 4.8. And TimeSpy, I'd assume, is also at 4.8. With liquid metal, I could probably do both of them at, well, actually, TimeSpy probably worse, just because it also works with hyperthreading, but anyway, let's run again. It should come back up. TimeSpy definitely is... TimeSpy Extreme is AVX 512, and I'm pretty sure regular TimeSpy is AVX. Yeah, man, the capture card is having a hell of a time with this right now. There... Did it? It's still running, cool. Yeah, I think it really needs the PLL. I think that would actually help. Idiot me. I'm not hyped for the RTX 2080. I'm excited for the 2080 Ti, because the 2080 looks like it's maybe even slower than a 1080 Ti. Okay, if you look at the specs, it really doesn't look like it'll be that fast. Like, it looks like it'll be either as fast or slower. Because I don't know why everybody keeps expecting NVIDIA to have bumped up the... What's it? Bumped up the... like the IPC? I don't think they have. Because it just looks to me like they bolted ray tracing onto Pascal, and the 2080 has less cores than the 1080 Ti. It has less memory bandwidth than the 1080 Ti. It has basically less everything than a 1080 Ti, so I can't really see it being faster. The 2080 Ti, on the other hand, that has 4600 CUDA cores. That looks like it could be really, really fast. So I'm excited for one of those, except it's probably $1,000 and I can't afford it. So, stupid sticky stick, damn it. Oh, and now I missed the part of Firestrike I used to judge if it was running good or not. Yeah, I'm expecting them to release the 2080 Ti and the 2080 at the same time. And the 2080 not being that fast. That's my current expectations for tomorrow. And they're going to charge $1,000 for the 2080 Ti. Yeah, buying 5 2080 Ti's would require that you have enough money to buy 5 2080 Ti's to start with, which I don't. Cursed you, Fire Strike! Okay, that's actually my fault. I'm running the memory too high. Let's drop it a little bit. I'm probably bouncing off the error correction anyway, so... I need to refill. Thirsty little GPU. 471 millimeters square of fire. Anything I want to do. We bumped it down, so... Yeah, the TU-102 die is, so what was it? I think it's supposed to be like 750 something millimeters or something like that. Like, it's absolutely freaking ginormous. Like, it's almost as big as the Titan V die. Yeah, see, now it's running a lot more stable. It hasn't gone down. Those temperatures are still, it's still running. It's still running. It's still running. And now it either crashed or finished. And I'm going with crashed. Oh, wait, no. I think the display drive dropped out. Because this is going down, that's going up. That's still, yeah, it's running. It's definitely running. The display driver is probably just completely done. And now it might have crashed. Yeah, this looks like it crashed. I think I knocked it out. I did. So we need to disable high voltage. Hit reset. So card runs 2400, and that is the capture card being stupid. Let me try fix that. Where is it? Oh man, the HDMI port is soaking. Well, this is proof that HDMI ports work even while extremely wet. The monitor doesn't... There we go, monitor came on. This card kind of sucks. It's like either I really need that PLL voltage or the card is garbage. One of the two. And at this point I'm kind of inclined towards card is garbage. And I think I'm pushing, like, the voltage is unnecessarily high, and it's actually causing more problems than good at this point, probably. And I wonder, like, because I'm like 99% sure that if I could get the card to run colder, somehow colder, that it would run better. Because it's rolling off. Options to make it run colder. You can sand down the die. I don't want to do that. That's really risky. Maybe try flood the GPU core area with thermal paste. Try the Raptor. Try the other LN2 pod I have. Try a different thermal paste, because right now I'm on the... Alza sent me a tub of this. You can buy it on alza.co.uk, so yeah, sponsor swap, basically. Yeah, I'm trying it out with this, and it's really stable. Like, it hasn't cracked. But I'm not sure that it's actually any better than Crynaut in terms of thermal performance. So, yeah. That's like the next thing to do is like test different thermal pastes, test different LN2 pods. And I'm really thinking maybe if I flooded like the entire die area, like all the way to the metal shim around the core, that could actually help the temperature. Because like the thermal paste isn't like super thermally conductive, but it is still more thermally conductive than an air gap, in theory anyway. So maybe if I flooded the entire surrounding area, the core would run cooler. A little bit. And that could help. Because it's obviously like we're hitting the thermal limit. And it's like I already gave it quite a lot of thermal paste. But like I could go way more. And it could help. So that might be worth trying. Oh yeah, and they have LN2 pots on sale if you want to buy those in Europe. Or even any Europeans even watching this? It's maybe. It's 11:20 p.m. Why is the screen artifacting right now? I think the memory's really pissed off with how much voltage I'm pushing into it. This might be too much. Nope, that's making it worse. Oh, no. Okay, Fire Strike. Let's get Process Lasso running. Okay, that should be running now. I need to refill, so I'm gonna go do that while this proceeds to crash. It's not like me sitting next to it is gonna stop it from doing that, so. Oh, now it's running. No, it's not running any better than it used before. Yeah, we're losing like 10 degrees of temperature on the LN2 pot. But yeah, you can see how even at the lower voltage, like it actually lowers the back of core temperature. Because when it was at like 1.6, that was hitting like minus 50 or minus 45 even. So, yeah, I need to figure out some way to get the damn thing colder. I think I'm starting to have a problem with the water on the HDMI port. Because I'm getting artifacts here that aren't there. Oh no, the capture card might be just messing up. Oh, whatever. Yeah, but it's running so much colder now that the voltage is lower. And it's much happier. Also, that actually helps the memory stability because the memory is temperature sensitive, so this is right behind the back of the core. The memory temperature, the operating memory temperature of the actual memory chips is going to be above that even because they're far away. If your card does 2138 on water, it would probably run faster than mine, especially if it scales to 1.2 volts. Because like I tried this card on a Morpheus, and I pulled it all the way to 1.2 volts, and it just did not scale at all. So, you know, one of those big air coolers. I tried it with one of those, and it did not scale with voltage whatsoever. And Combined is running like garbage. Combined is actually running, the capture card stuck. I don't know why it's stuck. I'm not gonna, like, I can't try fix it. It's running right now. I wonder if the capture card is causing the benchmark to score worse. Damn it! We are at 4.9, right? So close. Yeah, we are at 4.9. I just need a little bit more. I think the water on the HDMI port is actually a massive problem at this point. Oh, what do I do? Oh, well, I can always try to rerun. I'm gonna try unplug the monitor and plug it back in and see if that fixes the freaking artifacting, because I'm getting artifacting here that you guys aren't seeing and it's really pissing me off. And... no, the card still works. It's just the monitor being a massive pain at this point. Yep. Okay. Great. Awesome. Lovely. So I have no display right now. I have to... okay, let's... I can still run the benchmark from OBS, but the monitor in front of me, I can't see a damn thing. So yeah, if the capture card freezes out, then I won't know what's going on because nothing is working anymore. Is it running? Seems to be running. Again, I don't know. I should do something about the HDMI port though, because it's literally like it's turning into a puddle. And that is a problem. Damn, those artifacts are like the capture card artifacts are looking real good. Right, we need something to wipe it off and something to dry it with. At least I have the temperature readouts. Ugh. Yeah, it's running. Okay, Puddle. Gonna take care of you. Oh! The display is back! On my end. We're almost dry. Oh, damn! That is a lot of artifacting. I think it's still running. Yeah, it's still running. See, this right here that I'm dealing with right now is why when, like, there was plans for the 1080 Ti Kingpin Edition to actually have a heater built into the display output area. Because they were running into this exact same issue where, like, the display outputs were turning into a puddle. That's obviously no good. Yes! Finally! Garbage! Don't you dare crash! Oh my god, okay, that is artifacting way too much. I can't see what is going on. Damn it! Oh, there we go. It stopped artifacting. Yes! Oh! Yes! 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 I'm so done with this. CPU, memory. No, you stupid piece of operating system. No, 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 don't crash. Don't artifact. Please don't artifact. Please don't artifact. I need this. I need my freaking screenshot. Where's Paint when you need it? Yes! Saved! Now save you? No! It's artifacting again! There. Okay, look. You can have the hairdryer. It doesn't go above 60. You're not gonna die. The hairdryer might. Oh. It's just gonna keep that entire area nice and warm. Oh my god. Good hairdryer. Hairdryer is the only part of this that isn't junk. Oh. Okay, so I guess we're gonna run fire. No! No! GPU-Z, why would you do that to me? Is that in the screenshot? Please don't let that be in the screenshot. Where is it? 1080 Ti. Where is it? Oh, there it is. No, it isn't. Thank God. Phew! Okay, now we can run Firestrike Extreme. Do I still have LN2? Yeah. I have plenty of cold. Plenty of cold juice. We can run extreme. It's probably going to crash just because extreme is heavier than regular. So we're going to... Actually, I'm just going to give it a touch more voltage. Probably the cheapest part of the rig. And the oldest. Like, I have that, like, my mum left that hairdryer with me here. And apparently it's like 20 years old. So, like, that hairdryer is as old as I am. Okay, you know what's the problem with the way the hairdryer is? It's pulling in a lot of the boil off from the LN2 pot. And, yeah, okay, so we're not going to be able to finish Firestrike at full speed. I'm going to back off a little bit. Well, not extreme at full speed. There, I'm going to back it off a bit. We're going to run extreme on that. And now, like, the whole room is getting hot. I'm not a fan of that, so let's get that out of the way. I should get, like, heating elements and, you know, start attaching them to GPUs, depending on where they're necessary. No! It's going artifacting again! Damn it, why do you need to... Like, there has to be a better way to put that hairdryer there. Where's that other tripod? I'm gonna zip tie it to the tripod, pointed at the rear I/O. Okay. There we go. How do I do that, though? Because, No? There. Yes! Yes, it's not gonna burn anymore! What? Why are you artifacting? I just put the hairdryer there! Stop! It might be getting too hot. I need to refill. No! Why you do this to me? It's like there's a specific temperature at which it works, and any other temperature it doesn't. I guess it's too warm right now. Yeah, I have no idea. I give up. Stupid display output. There's got to be like a very specific temperature at which it works, and then it just doesn't at the rest. Or the water's like moving around depending on how hot it gets, and sometimes it shorts something out and sometimes it doesn't. Did it crash? Might have. Look away and... No, it's still here. It's just not on my end. Great. Okay. So, why isn't it on my end? Is this not aimed at the right part of... Come on. Up. Come back, damn it. Work. Please work. And I think the HDMI port is too wet to run. Damn it! Why you gotta do this to me? There's nothing I can really... Well, I could have insulated it a bit better probably, but... Come on. Come back. Okay, I'll try restart it. It sometimes fixes itself if you do that. And if it doesn't, then that might be the end. Because I can't do anything if it's not outputting an image. HDMI port has definitely given up on life. Or at least so it seems. I'm going to try one last thing where I'm going to run the cable direct to the monitor instead of through the capture card. Just because maybe without 5 meters of... well, actually this is on like 7 meters of HDMI. It might work, you know, without all the extra cable length. Work enough that I can run Firestrike, maybe not enough that you can actually see me do it. Nope. Is definitely done. Okay. Stupid HDMI port. That's actually the nice thing about the GTX Titan V is you have a VRM on either side of the GPU core, so this can't happen because it would have to freeze over the V-Core VRM first. And with how much power that thing pulls, that's never going to be a problem. Yeah, HDMI port's just full of water, so this is done. This is over. It's not going to output anything. We can switch the Vault mods off. Wait a minute. No. Okay. I'm just gonna... So at this point I'm turning everything down so that when I turn the card on, ambient, it doesn't like die. Because I don't really want to know what happens when you put 1.6 volts through a card at positive, like, ambient temperatures. So, there we go. Everything is over. So I definitely have stuff to test. And I need to figure out something about the HDMI, like something to deal with the HDMI port eventually freezing over. But yeah. That actually worked out a lot better than I was expecting, considering... Wait. I'm going to try one last time. Now it decides to start working now that I've, like, given up. Okay, no it doesn't. Good. Because I'd be annoyed if it came back now. There we go. So... yeah. That's it. Over. I got the scores I wanted, at least. Well, one of the scores I wanted. Well, this is why I like to just go with, like, one benchmark, because then it's, like, I don't need to worry about, like, not getting everything. Yeah, and I should have had a hairdryer on that HDMI port from the start. Because right now, like, the problem is it, like, started getting water in it, and now it's just wet. And I guess I'll, where is it? Studio mode, camera plus camera. Yeah, that's the one I want. So if we transition and drop out, there. So if, I'm just gonna unplug this fan here. Move that out of the way. Incidentally, that rod that fan is hanging off of is actually from the open bench table. So, very multi-purpose functionality right there. But basically, the problem is, that's ice. That there is ice. All that white stuff, that's all ice. So basically, what you're seeing is, let's get this. You can see, that's the ports. I've actually labeled them out. So you can tell from behind the card where everything is, and you can just see how there's like ice all the way into the HDMI port. So there's a good chance that that thing actually has a block of ice in it right now. So yeah, that's kind of that. Let's go around the card. Yeah, also there's the up. You can kind of see the 600 kilohertz, 300 kilohertz switch with the label being much cooler for the 600 kilohertz. Switch back to 300 on that. And if we can get the webcam cable. So this is the front view. Oh, it's so nice when the camera has autofocus. So there you can see the VRM heatsink. You can see how there's no Plastidip under that because, yeah, I couldn't get any Plastidip in there. Because that area is all loaded with like silicone oil, so it just doesn't stick to it. What else is there? Well, that's kind of it. There's the inside of the LN2 pop. All frozen over. Pop. Absolute disaster of a setup. Oh, of course, there's blue shop towel like absolutely everywhere. This fan is hanging on by a wire. Like that. Yeah. This little voltage monitoring thingy is, it runs off an 8-pin power connector for the CPU because I just happened to have an 8-pin power connector lying around on the desk and I was like, well, this is already stripped. These run on 12 volts. I guess I'll just use that. So, yeah, that's what that is. And it's basically just two little panel meters. If you're like looking to buy these, then you just search for a panel voltage meter. And, yeah, I actually have one of those in my daily system for vCore readings because the motherboard, like the Gigabyte motherboard I run in my daily system doesn't have working software voltage readings at all, so yeah. What else is there, right? This is the Asus OC panel. Whoops. So that's taking care of fan, whoops. Disconnect that. So that's taking care of fan power. And one of the and that's on the temperature probe that goes behind the GPU core, which is like we can't pull this off because that's frozen into place right now. That runs off of a 450 watt power supply that's sitting right. Where is it? Come on. Little 450 watt right over there. So yeah, and I've had that 450 watt for ages. I just use it for basically as a 12 volt power source. That's its main use, 5 volts and 12 volts power source. Oh yeah, and then there's the lovely new multimeter I have. The Keysight U1272A. Love this thing. It is super fast. It measures milliohm range, which is the best part. And yeah, so I'll actually do a video talking a bit about why I chose this separate, like some other time. So yeah, that's the disaster of a setup I ran with. I'm actually, I don't know, 24. I mean, I got the score I wanted, so I'm pretty happy. Like, sure, the card didn't go that fast, but if the score is good, then the score is good. Who cares that the damn thing didn't go as fast as it could have? I definitely still need to experiment with like more thermal paste, though. I think if I load the thing with thermal paste, like absolutely load it, it might run, you know, a couple degrees cooler, and it might actually hit the like do 10 megahertz, 20 megahertz more. Also, I might actually bother with the PLL voltage, which is somewhere down here, frozen under the blue shop towels. So, yeah, that's it. Could wire the HDMI directly to the card. That sounds like a massive pain in the ass to do. Would Flex Seal? I'm pretty sure Flex Seal is very, very similar to Plastidip. Like, if it's, like, I think it's even made by the same company. Like, the company that makes both of them is the same. Would you buy a dead 980 Ti for 120 euros? No. That is way too much for a dead graphics card. Like, especially because, like, if it's a standalone e-power and you're paying 120 euros, you don't have to do all the crazy, like, the annoying work to make, you know, because you don't even know if the VRM is working, usually. So, yeah, it's like, it's totally not worth it to go and buy a dead card just to, like, make an e-power out of it, especially not for 100 freaking 20 euros. If it was 50, I'd say sure. 120, no. Flex Seal can seal a card cut in half. Oh, it just has more rubber. Yeah, so. Anyway, let's pack it up here. I'm gonna upload the scores. Also gotta take system pictures. Power this off. Damn, you can see how, like, that PCB is now like the ice just keeps spreading. I actually wonder what it looks like by the PCIe slot. The board's probably frozen through. I actually can't get that out of there. That's frozen into place. Lovely. Awesome. So that's like frozen into the PCIe slot at this point. It's just welded itself to the board with water. So yeah, that's it for the live stream. If you enjoyed it, I have a Patreon, a PayPal, t-shirts you can buy. There might be a link down below. I don't know. Twitch did things and I don't really do Twitch. How do you clean that GPU now? I just let it sit. I mean, I'll just let it sit until it, like, defrosts enough that I can pull it out of the system and put it away somewhere. And then I dry off what's on the motherboard. Because honestly, like, there's not actually, like, I'm saying that everything is frozen into place, but, like, there's not actually any water on any exposed contacts. Well, except, like, the outputs, but they'll be fine. They're not running right now, so they'll be fine. But basically, I just let it sit and go up to room temperature on its own, and then unpack it and everything. Like, it just basically becomes one big soggy mess. That's really all it becomes. So yeah. Right. Also, big thanks to alza.co.uk for providing the thermal paste. And you can buy this thermal paste on alza.co.uk. You can also buy the LN2 pot I ran here, the Kingpin Tech 9 Fat, as well as a whole bunch of other Kingpin LN2 pots. They have them on sale. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm stuck at outro, so I'm just going to go hit the stop button before I do something stupid. Or the system crashes again. Either of those can happen at this point. Where's the mouse? There's the mouse. Goodbye.